Welcome back to this discussion of 2012 with the Science Detectives, Scott, Richard, and Barb. And what really is kind of fascinating about the whole 2012 issue is that a date has been put on it.
Oh, yeah.
December 21, 2012, the winter solstice. At that point when alignment with the planet, with the center of the galaxy, with the belt stars of Orion, I mean, a lot of things just click, 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 click into place at that point in time. And the question then is, what does it actually mean for us all? And because we're all individuals, it's going to mean something different for all of us, inclusive. And so we kind of want to take a look at how the Mayans arrived at this conclusion.
Extraordinary calendar, too.
Truly an extraordinary calendar that this episode of time was going to draw to a close. And what they use, and we'll kind of step out of the way, Mayumi will zoom in so you can get a little bit of an image, but it's a process of cycles within cycles, embedded cycles. And I mean, we're still using time and the oscillation of cesium to figure out, I mean, the day, and that's not right. These Mayans had it far more precise than we did until atomic clock showed up. But
I'm going to shrink that there. Okay, now I wanted everybody to take a look at that calendar. It's quite interesting. I mean, it truly is. And
13s.
You got to wonder.
13s.
This calendar, guys, this calendar is off by one day in like 180,000 years.
Yeah.
Now that's phenomenal, and when you think if it's that accurate, you know,
it is.
and you look at today's
which
technology that we have, we've got technology, man. They can hit any spot they want on any asteroid out there.
Well, they can shoot down a satellite if they want.
They can shoot down a satellite if they wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, so we've got this technical prowess, but still our understanding of the universe and our place within it seems to be sorely lacking compared to what the priesthoods had of either Egyptian time or Mayan time or Aztec time. You know, we're still kind of short on that end of things. So, what do you have for us next?
I've got next up here. We want to take a look at the NASA 2010 retirement of the space shuttle. Now, why would NASA retire in 2010? Other than, say, my suspicion that floods are going to come in.
That's because they're driving a Chevy Nova into orbit.
Exactly.
I mean, and that's
actually, it's more like a Pinto.
Yeah, I mean, with a gas tank that explodes from time to time.
Right.
But I mean, this is 1970s technology.
Okay.
It is.
What I think is this.
That's
I think everybody's going to back off any and all space missions because
except the Chinese.
If Planet X does intersect, and if it does affect asteroids, comets, in the Van Allen belt, and sends them our way, why would you want to put a spacecraft up there?
Well, you wouldn't want to sacrifice the ship itself or the lives that are in. But I
think simply it just boils down to these things are old. Yeah. They're old buckets flying up there.
And so you guys are of the opinion that they're just simply going to retire these because they're old. No more space missions for like 4 years.
No, my opinion is that the Bush administration is slowly dismantling our space program. Period.
We're going to something different.
Yeah.
We're phasing into something different.
And they haven't shared that with us.
Well, if I knew, the newer technologies that we don't.
Speak up. They want to know.
Yeah,
they want to know.
How about?
I think we're dealing with magnetic propulsion.
Yeah. Okay. You said it. Thank
magnetic
you.
propulsion. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, that has been an incredible interest of theirs since the Philadelphia experiment in the 1940s, and that is 60+ years down the road.
As much as they said Tesla technology was obsolete, it was just obsolete in the public eye.
Yeah.
Okay, so
obsolete for the public.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
So in other words, what you're saying is the onslaught of UFO videos that are on the internet. Okay, you can't deny that they.
What may be real is probably ours.
Well, and it's only not real for those who haven't accepted the reality that we're not alone in space, but it's very, very real for U.S. Space Command. It's real for the Air Force space program, for the naval program. I mean, we're using chemical propulsion in the 21st century, and it's just asinine.
That's just old.
it's old technology. Yeah. Exactly.
It's like the analog TVs are finally disappearing too.
Yeah.
Come on.
And I tell you, once you get a high-def TV, you never want to look at the old again. Oh my goodness.
Okay, next on our list,
The seed
is the largest seed vault. Why would you be in such a rush to build a seed vault? And they were in a rush, by the way. Gates put up money. Bill Gates put up money for this thing,
All
and the
big
Rockefellers.
Yeah, all the big
And it's the largest seed vault.
It's multinational.
But when when I originally read about it, they said that they wanted to be done by 2010. Well, guess what?
They're early.
It's open.
It's
this is
already-
2008.
yeah.
Well, now it's time to get the goods in the vault.
Now they gotta fill
Yeah,
it.
yeah. So let's watch this clip. And let me back this sucker up if I can.
That looks like Charlie.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Get you did.
Finally from us, the Doomsday Vault. Deep inside an Arctic mountain on the remote Norwegian island is a multi-million-dollar seed bank. It was built to protect food crops from man-made and natural disasters, and it's been described as a frozen Garden of Eden. ABC senior foreign correspondent
Whoa,
Jim
way
Schumer
up
was
there.
at the opening ceremony today. And
Look at that.
This is downtown Longyearbyen, Spitsbergen. It's the northernmost inhabited place in the world. We're only a few hundred miles from the North Pole here, and you can tell it's cold. It's really cold. 0 degrees Fahrenheit today, and that's without the wind chill. It's that cold that's the reason that they
Look at
chose
that.
this place for the Global
Concrete.
Seed Vault. We're up the mountain now, and this is the entrance to the vault. What they've done is blasted their way 100 yards into the mountain. There was a ceremony earlier today. They brought in these
Oh,
seeds
the
that have
polar
been
bear.
collected from all over the world, millions of them, really incredible to watch. Now, outside here, you'll notice there's a guard with a gun. The gun is for polar bears. There are more polar bears here than people. And what's interesting about the vault is that it's designed to work without people, and it's a natural refrigerator in there. And even in the worst predictions of global warming, going ahead 200 years, they believe this place will stay frozen, and that this great place will keep those seeds safe.
Boy, they sure
Jim
hope.
Schuder, ABC News,
Yeah.
Svalbard, Norway.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, now let's make a comment about that. Now, guys, you and I and Barb, we chase tornadoes across the plains. We see just fields and fields of crops.
Or get
okay?
chased by tornadoes across the
Yeah, they're buying seeds from somewhere.
What the heck?
Okay, they're buying seeds from somewhere. Okay, I guess we got a sound issue here. Okay, anyway, so I'm looking at all these crops and I'm thinking to myself, we've got plenty of seeds. Why do we need a seed vault? And especially way up there, they're expecting something.
They're expecting the possibility.
Possibility.
That was
Something.
worth the investment.
Yes.
Interesting, because that was in Norway, and I just read I had an email from a guy who lives in Sweden, and he said, Scott, we have had the most amazing winter here. The robins never left Stockholm.
that's
They
incredible.
never left
That
Stockholm.
is
Wow.
Stockholm had 20 days with snow on the ground this winter, and it was
Oh my
their
goodness.
warmest winter since 1756 when they
Wow.
began with records.
Wow.
So global warming prediction 200 years out, they're anticipating that won't freeze.
Right.
But I tell you, every time they take a snapshot of what's going on presently, they have to bring forward the melt
Exactly.
of the ice.
Exactly.
And sometimes they bring forward a decade, sometimes they bring it forward a century.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's phenomenal how rapid the melting is going on at both poles.
Well, I just recently read somewhere that they're saying that their predictions were wrong. 1934 was NASA. It was NASA who claimed earlier that global warming was happening. And I think they said 1995, is that it? The hottest day on record or something like that?
Well,
But now they've
But
gone back
each
to
year
records and
we've
they're saying it's
broken
1934. Why wouldn't you have that readily available to you? Why would you make a claim like that and then
And then back it up.
Yeah, and then back out.
They're just looking at more data would be my presumption. And again, largely this is going to come down to what's happening at the sun. I think when we do a
Right.
post-mortem on this warming event, man is, yes, we've been polluting the atmosphere, and that's never wise to soil your own living space.
But it's a natural cycle that's
It is,
occurring.
absolutely. It's a
just
natural cycle. Or we're just
that is
moving through an
occurring.
episode or a period of greater energies, and they're accumulating on
exactly.
all the planets.
Yeah.
All the planets.
This is universal. This is not just our
Not just
little
Earth.
system.
Or
right
the
here.
North Pole or the South
exactly.
Pole. Yeah, everything's
This
changing.
is
Everything's
something.
changing. And this is why 2012 is curious. Because,
Yeah, exactly.
Because undoubtedly, everything that happens in the physical realm begins in the higher dimensions
Higher,
first,
right.
and then it
And
comes
then
down
it
because this
manifests
is right
into the physical.
because this is the slowest of the vibrating realms. I mean,
exactly.
you got the mental realm and
yeah.
the
And
causal
quantum
realm.
physics,
and, yeah.
now that quantum physics is out there, we're looking at it
Yeah.
that way, finally.
Yeah.
And now we're kind of correcting things on our quote timelines and adjusting to what's about to come. It's evolution.
It's break time.
Evolution doesn't just occur here at this level. It occurs universally.